Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Etheria restart video. So in today's video, guys, we've got an Aurora Inferno Clear without any LD characters, SSR or SR characters. So that's the good news. The bad news is you got 4 SSR characters, and I really don't know who the replacements are for basically Mia, which is the fire character there. I don't know who you can replace her with. Shiata you can replace with Rosa, and Tsukiyomi you can replace with Lily if you have her. But the Mia, I think, is kind of mandatory. Now, the shells that I have on them right now, I don't think this is optimal. And I'll talk about that after the run, and we'll show the gear and talk about the team composition and things like that. But I figured I'd get this out and show you. So the whole thing with Aurora is Aurora puts up this cursed like bubble shield, right? And it affects your damage and it affects your healing. So you'll see Ling Luo will end up doing her big heal here, and no one gains health. That's because she didn't heal enough to break the shield, which is why Mia is in here. So she also has a very big heal, which there broke the shield, and then we were able to heal up the rest of our HP after we broke the shield. Now, the shield also reduces your healing by 90%, so you have to heal a lot. And the boss puts this up every other turn. So, like, this dungeon is extremely tough. The reason why this run ended up being successful is because Mia is on a time weave set with 12 matrices. So she has the possibility of putting one of her skills that are on cooldown, reducing it by 1 turn. So she has the possibility of looping back around to her skills. So you see here she uses her skill 3 again, where that was a time weave proc. There's going to be runs where that doesn't happen, and we won't heal enough, so we'll lose. Now, there are ways around this, which I'll talk about, like I said, at the end of the video, whenever we're going through the team, and how I can make this more consistent. But Viper, I showed in the Hell 4 clear. He's still amazing here. Shiata is also still amazing here, although most of her damage will come from Revelation, not all of it. If there's a defense up, or there's no immunity, and we don't have this little like cursed shield on us, she can still do some decent damage. But whenever the cursed shield is on her, like you see there, it's just basically nothing. So the whole run is literally trying to pump out as many turns from our own heroes as we can to make sure that Ling Luo and Mia are healing up. So Tsukiyomi and Mia also have cooldown reduction on their skills, so they can loop other people's skill cooldowns to reduce them over time. I think another thing that would make this a lot cleaner of a run and close to 100% successful is if both Tsukiyomi and Mia had their skill 2 on full, like on a 4-turn cooldown. Because right now, both of them are on a 5-turn cooldown. So yeah, I think that's what we can do. And then also, Mia probably needs to go on a different shell, and Ling Luo needs to go on a different shell, as well as Viper. So there are a lot of things that can certainly be changed here to make this way more successful. But like I said, the important thing is to show the team and show that it works in concept, that it can actually get it done. And if you do those things, you can essentially make it a little more consistent. So there we had everything going for us, right? We had the defense down, we had a Revelation proc, and we didn't have the little bubble shield on us. So you'll see the next hit from Shiata does like nothing because that cursed shield over on the left-hand side is still there. This is the big thing. So if you get enough heals from your Ling Luo or your Mia, then you can get it done. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, if you have Ling Luo's skill 1 and skill 3 fully leveled up, maybe you don't need Mia. Maybe you get enough healing out of her. But yeah, so that's the clear. See, it does get it done. But again, nowhere near like consistent. But I did want to show it. All right, so we're doing just some hard runs here of Doki Doki. I'll go check the gear later. This is what we are running. So everyone knows the Shiata, same thing that I've shown in a bunch of other videos. She's running Revelation. This is really key for big chips of damage when everything lines up. Also, the 3-turn cooldown on her can be reduced by both Mia and Tsukiyomi, so that's pretty nice. I need a different Revelation shell. This is so bad. Like my Shiata can be so much better. So yeah, I got her on 92 crit rate. I got her on some crit damage and some attack. Her prowess, she has the skill 2 fully leveled, and that is it. When it comes to Tsukiyomi, I've also showed her a lot. She's on Artisan. Her skill 3 and her skill 1 is fully leveled. I don't know if her skill 1 needs to be leveled. You need her fast, and it's really nice whenever she counterattacks to boost Shiata to get consistent turns. But I don't know. It might not be necessary. This was to help outspeed the boss, and that might matter. I just don't know because I never tried the run without it. And also, I was going to use this in PvP. So yeah, her prowess 1 fully skilled, and then her prowess 3 is fully skilled, and that's where I said I can get her skill 2, which is the reducing animus and shell skill cooldowns on everyone. I can get that to a 4-turn cooldown if I skilled that up, which might make it more consistent. So I also have her on Swift Rush and Bramble. Bramble's pretty good, as if she counterattacks, she boosts the Shiata for more damage out of her, which is kind of nice. But ideally, I think you want to run her very similar to Mia, which is just in Halloween with Swift Rush and Time Weave. So you can circle back around to keep reducing the cooldowns, because the big heals by Ling Luo and Mia are truly the whole point of this dungeon. If you can break that shield every 2 turns, this team will keep you healthy. So yeah, that's that. Also, like I've shown this stuff a lot of times, but I'll just breeze through it here so you guys can pause it if you want and see the substats. But that's her. I do have the Artisan here with some speed, final damage taken, and HP. I've also shown that. Swift Rush Bramble. The Viper, I've shown him multiple times. Now this is where I kind of made a change because someone else was running Gigabyte, but I had him on Gigabyte before. This shell honestly isn't really doing anything for him, considering that I have an AoE speed up from Tsukiyomi, so the 2-turn speed up on Black Flag doesn't really do much. So he's basically just getting a 16% turn meter boost every 3 turns, which isn't ideal, but it does have Swift Rush as this, and it's got some decent passive effects, which is why I'm running it. So I got him at 188% effect accuracy, I mean. We have him at a pretty decent speed. All of his skills are fully leveled. This is for PvP purposes. I don't know if he needs this. Basically, like I said, if you have the ability to keep looping back around to the big heals from Ling Luo and Mia, that's the problem. It's not so much sustain on your heroes. It's just keeping your heroes alive with enough heals and breaking that shield. So that's the Viper. I've got him in Swift Rush and Time Weave just for the speed and the effect accuracy. These are his pieces. Okay. Next up, we have Ling Luo. So Ling Luo, this is the exact same gear that I've been running her on. However, this is the hero that can use a lot of work. the first thing that needs to be done with Ling Luo to make this way better is to put a cure set on her like I have on Mia. This healing effect increase by 25% is such a game changer in this dungeon. Like, you need healing boosts to break the shield. If you don't break the cursed shield, you die. I don't know if you can do it with just Ling Luo, like I said, but if you look at her skill ups, it boosts her healing. It's huge. It goes up to 20% for each buff, and then the healing effect goes to 14% each time she heals instead of 12. I know it seems small, but the healing effect is the key in Aurora. So every little bit of this counts, and then also having that on a 4-turn cooldown is quite good. The additional heals here and extending buffs, this is also nice, considering you want to keep the speed up on your heroes the whole time. Also, if you time it well, you can get Ling Luo's immunity extended to 2 turns with Mia, because Mia has the ability to extend duration of buffs. This is another area where this might be something where you'll only need Ling Luo instead of Mia, but having her Whale Prayer go to a 2-turn could make a difference, because just any of the additional recovery on the healing might be enough. I just don't know. So I need to throw her in a cure set and keep her in Swift Rush. If I end up being able to eventually drop a 3 Matrix piece from the new Nico Nana Inferno dungeon, then I think Strive would be nice as well. Like doing Strive, Cure, and Swift Rush. That might be something. I could also kind of do that now. Putting her on Time Weave is another option. I still need to work out the kinks to see which one is best. Maybe I'll have some kind of follow-up video. But until then, this is what I'm working with. So I'm running her in Fortissimo. Now, this shell is very, very good. However, I think it's quite weak here because it does not have any additional healing effect, and it kind of takes away from your healing, which you need every single bit of it. That's why Ling Luo's heals don't really do a whole lot versus Mia's heals. Mia, you saw, took a lot of my HP bar up, where Ling Luo's isn't. It's because of this. This shell is storing some of the healing instead of putting it into the cursed shield. But because I don't have the necessary matrices on the other shell that I want to run, I'm running it on Mia. And until I get another one built up, this is kind of what I'm running, and it does work. So I'm going to fine tune some other things and see if this will get the job done, so I don't have to farm more shells, because it is a grind. But yeah, this is basically what I'm working with. So I got an amazing roll on the HP. It's another reason why I'm running it, and I got a good speed roll. This does nothing, but if I wanted to, I could actually run this on my Mia if I ended up getting better matrices as well in the future for some other content, not necessarily Aurora. So that is the Ling Luo. Now, this is the shell that I'm running on Mia, and I don't really prefer this one over the Fortissimo, but in this dungeon, it is like leagues better. Because, so it's on a 4-turn cooldown, and it increases your healing for 30% for 2 turns. This is way better on Ling Luo, because Ling Luo has 2 turns of healing, right? Her skill 3 is a heal, and her skill 2 is a heal. Where for Mia, and we'll come back to the shell, Mia's only healing is on her skill 3. Now, I have this fully skilled up because I need it on a 4-turn cooldown. I need this to proc as often as possible. But it's an amazing skill. So it reduces all skill cooldowns, extends the duration of all of your buffs, and shortens the duration of all of your debuffs while having a 30% heal of her max HP. It's like a bonkers skill. Very, very good. Her second skill, which I'm also skilling up, is a Dispel, and you can push back turn meter. It's also a double hitter. I'm skilling this up not necessarily for Aurora, but for Terramaton, because I think I'm going to need her in there for my Dispeller, because Terramaton puts up immunity as well at the beginning of the fight. So I don't think you need this for Aurora. She also has a kind of built-in damage reduction based on the amount of buffs that your allies carry. This is actually quite good, and you can skill it up, so it's a 40% damage reduction. I just don't think you need it. I'm not planning on really putting this up there. You might need it for Terramaton Inferno. I don't know, but right now, I think the only thing I'm really worried about was this one, and I just need to get a better shell for her with the right matrices, and I need to get her on Halloween, because I really need to loop back around to this skill 3. So this is what she's on, but it's a lot of RNG, because I only have a 35% chance to reduce the skill cooldown of her skills every turn, and that might not proc. So if I have Halloween on her, which is an 80% chance, that's a lot better. But the Cure Time Weave is what I want to run from the modules, so these modules won't change. I've got HP percentage and effect accuracy. Now, I could eventually put her on HP here as well, just to really increase the amount of heals, and maybe put her in front of Ling Luo so she can break the Curse Shield, and then Ling Luo can heal up my team and store HP with Fortissimo. That's kind of going to be my first route going forward. But the effect accuracy, I kind of want it because dispelling Aurora and then also pushing her back does matter sometimes, just for you to get maybe one extra heal in there, or maybe you can get a Viper cleanse and put attack down and speed down before Aurora goes. That's one of the reasons why that clear ended up working. So these are the other modules on her. It's just like effect accuracy, HP, speed, anywhere I could find it. Like I talked about with her prowess, skill 3 fully leveled, and then her skill 2 is on the way up. She does get effect accuracy on that second wheel, so that's kind of nice. And the shell is good. It's not great. We have defense here, speed, and then we have effect accuracy, which is nice. The matrices are actually great here. But yeah, this is not best in class for her. It's Halloween. So the Halloween I do have is 1 Swift Rush Time Weave. It's like the best one I have. So I was hoping to get maybe like 4 Swift Rush, a little bit of Time Weave and Cure. But yeah, I'm still building up all of my training data. I have to re-roll the passives on this, so I'm a long ways away from that. But anyway, guys, that's my Aurora Inferno team. This is what I will be using. It's just I'm going to make those changes to make it more consistent, and then eventually run it, from time to time. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, I think people are overvaluing the Inferno stages. If it takes so long to do and it's not a consistent clear, it doesn't really make it worth it. You're better off running Health 4 stages. But just in case you wanted to know what I was running for my team, this is it. So I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.